All right. Um, Today we are going to, according to what I said last week, I said we are going to be talking about we are going to be talking more about inverse or inverted fair value gap or inverse fair value gap, and we are going to be talking about breaker block, and we're also going to be just brushing through the fair value gaps and break and other blocks as well. So I already said that okay, other blocks is just like a space in between candles, and I also spoke about you guys should mute anyone that comes online should mute his listen, just mute yourself so that we won't have any clash. So well, I spoke about fair value gaps. I said fair value gaps are those candles that are created when there is an impulsive movement to the either to the upside or to the downside, and there's this gap that is being created in between these two to three candles. So that gap created is what is. Please mute your Gideon. Please mute your this thing, your phone. Mute it. Try and mute your phone so that I'm listening to my echo. That's the reason why I said yes. Thank you. So when a bullish or bearish candle comes and creates, then opens another candle here without a wick, then closes it, then creates another candle, thereby having a. I'm coming. I don't like repeating myself, to be very honest. This thing is one of the simplest thing you can learn in this class. So, but I hate to still come back and repeat the same thing. But I'm just brushing it through, sha, because the main thing we are going to be doing is I don't have enough charge, so we are just going to be learning the. So the space in between these three candles, the space in between it is what we call the fair value gap. So, and again, we spoke about other blocks, which I say that is the same thing as bullish engulfing or bearish engulfing, bullish engulfing or bearish engulfing. So, when there is a sell candle and there is a buy candle that overpowers the sell candle, this is signifying that when there's a buy candle that overpowers the sell candle, this is the so this is signifying that buyers have entered the market and they have overpowered the sellers. And when there is a buy candle and a sell candle that overpowers the buy candle, is trying to signify that okay, the sellers are into the market and they have dominated the market. And again, there is an accumulation of orders around this candle. So I said if you are going to be marking your bullish engulfing or bearish engulfing, you need to take it the from the candle which was overpowered, not the longer, not the bigger candle. You take it from the bearish or the bullish candle that was overpowered, which is the small candle. Then you just mark it out and drag it towards this side. So that, and the reason why we are marking it out like this is because we are expecting more orders to be distributed. So we are expecting price to, for instance, if it's going down, expecting price to still come up and tag us in, like still distribute orders from here to the downside. So I've done a lot of videos regarding this, so you can just check my channel. And again, keep in mind that when you are watching my videos, there's supply and demand videos, there's premium and discount videos. They are all related to each other. When I'm talking about bullish order blocks, I'm talking about supply zone. Sorry, demand zone. And if I'm talking about bearish order block, I'm talking about supply zone. So both the concept of demand and supply, and both the concept of order blocks, bullish order blocks and bearish order blocks are related. Also, that's and also when you're watching premium and discount, it's also related to supply and demand. So just keep in mind that they are just English. You just need to understand the logic behind all those topics. So just try and go back to my channel and understand the whole thing. Yeah. So today we are going to be talking about we've spoken about break of structure, false break of structure, and we see that what is break of structure? We see that break of structure is the altering of previous structure. So when a high is being altered by another high, or when a low is being altered or changed to a new low. For instance, if a high has been created and a new high broke this previous high and creates a new high again, that means this scenario is called break of structure. When the market still comes up again and creates a new high again, breaking the previous high, is also called break of structure. But when a high is being created and the low refuse to go down to a discount zone or to a lower zone, and it just comes, instead of like going to a lower zone, it just comes to this point, then starts distributing order. Instead of going to this zone, it just hangs here, then start distributing order to the upside. We call this a fake break of structure, because we are definitely leaving orders below, and it's expected that this low is being taken out because it's a fake break of structure. It distributed orders, neglecting orders below. So it has to come down again to a discount zone or a demand zone to take orders from there and distribute it to the upside. Hope you guys understand. If you don't understand, go back to my video, go back to my live, you understand better. So today we are going to be talking about change of character. We are going to be talking about what is change of character. We've already spoken about it in my videos, but I just want to clarify the topic. So I just want to like brush through the topic as well. Today is just like a crash course. So after a series of higher high and higher low has been created, what do we call it? We call it uptrend. When higher highs and higher lows are being created, we call it uptrend. Then when this low, which is a valid low, a protected low, is being taken out, knowing very well that, okay, we are not having a fake break of structure. This is a valid break of structure and this low got taken out. This low is a protected low and it got taken out. This scenario is what we call change of character. There's a change of character here. But for you to know whether this change of character is valid, change of character is the change in character of the market, change in trend. That means if the market changes from being bullish to being bearish, or the market changes to from being bearish to being bullish, is what we call change of character. So, but for you to be able to know a valid change of character is not only by breaking of this low, you need to wait and see price go up again and fail to break this high, because we say, okay, when the market keep creating a new high, we call it break of structure. So but when price breaks this low and fails to break this high and still goes down to break this low, we call it change of character. That means the market has have changed trend from being from being bullish to being bearish. So we are expecting lower highs and lower lows, not higher highs and higher lows. I hope you guys understand. So that scenario that changed the character of the market from being from an uptrend to a downtrend is called change of character. Some people call it market structure shift, change in market structure. Some call it it's just English, different English. Some call it change in what is this English? They say change in change in state of delivery. So some call it change in state of delivery. Some call it market structure shift. Some call it change in market structure. Some call it change of character. So whatever English you call it, but we is particularly changing of trend. You can call it change of trend, you can call it change of character, you can call it market structure shift, whatever English you want to call it. But it's the most important thing behind it is for you to understand the logic behind all this, regardless of the English you get. So when the market stop breaking structure to the upside and starts breaking structure to the downside, then we see the market has changed character, has changed trend. So I would assume everyone has understand this scenario. So I move on because we don't have much time. You guys can still come back and the video is going to be available. So you guys can still come back and rewatch it again. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about is, since we've known what is change of character. Okay. You can go on.
Okay. For it to be a valid change of character, that higher high must be protected, right?
Yes. But for it to be a valid change of character, which means this high is going to be protected. This is a protected high. So we are not expecting this high to be taken out anymore. So if this high, if this, I'm coming, let me mark it out. If this low gets taken out, then it goes up and fail to break this high, thereby coming down to break this low, then it validates the change of character. But when you see that, okay, the market has broken this low and has gone up, don't expect a sell until you see a rejection to this downside and a valid break of structure. Because the market can be funny in the sense that it might break this valid low and still go up and break this high, thereby trapping you to selling and when you are trying to still buy it. So I don't want to complicate issues. When we come to entry model and POI, I'm going to clarify this particular scenario. There is also a video I explain this thing a lot on my YouTube. If you guys go and check it out, you understand better. But yes, this high is expected to be protected. This high is expected to be protected and not taken out. So, and since this high is being protected and is not going to be taken out, then we are expecting all these lows to be taken out. All the lows to be taken out. So, yes. So that's just it. That validates a change of character. But if you didn't see something like this, then it's a trap. Just avoid the market. It's a trap. It's a big trap. So Yeah. So I hope you understand that.
Yes,
Yeah. So
Yeah,
okay,
so
let's move to um let's move to um, let's move to a fair value gap, inverted fair value gap. So inverted fair value gap or inverse fair value gap is after a fair value gap has been created, as we all know. Those are a normal way of, let me just use this basic fair value gap drawing. So when this fair value gap is being created, and we see that okay, it's expected that this fair value gap is gets respected when the market comes, when the market reverses and come. It's expected that this zone that you mark, that the market still comes back to respect it. So when the market comes, okay, for instance, it's creating higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. When the market comes here and does like this, boom, and refuses to respect this fair value gap. When it just come and closes with the body of the candle, when it closes with the body, bam. When you see something like this, closes with the body. I've sent you guys pictures regarding inverted fair value gap, and I feel like you guys should understand it already. When a fair value gap is being violated and not respected. Let me show you something. When a fair value gap is being respected, let me show you something. This is how it should be. Um, when a fair value gap is being respected, this is how it should be. When you mark out your zone, you should just come and tap it. Either to just close the gap. Sometimes it doesn't close the whole gap. It just comes and taps into the center, which we call the consequent encroachment. The consequent encroachment is the 50%. For instance, when you mark out the space between the fair value gap, that space, for instance, this is a space from the week to the week, from this week to this week. Then there's I know all of us are very familiar with Fibonacci. If you don't know Fibonacci, is a tool that is used to measure retracement. Is a tool. This is the Fibonacci tool. It's used for measuring of retracement. So it's also used for calculation of premium and discount and all those things. I have a video on that, not specifically on that, but when you watch my video on premium and discount, you know better. But it splits, like it shows you the figure in between, like it shows you the middle of whatever retracement you want to, like for instance now, okay, let me just explain something. Fibonacci retracement tool is like is a tool that has figures on it that indicates a possible area in which the market can pull back and continue trending downwards or continue trending upwards. For instance, now the market creates a new high. The market creates a new high. Then the market creates a new high. This is the new high. Then this is the new low. It's expected that you carry your Fibonacci tool. This is the Fibonacci tool from the top to the bottom. Make sure you mark it from the top to the bottom. Then, according to the rules of Fibonacci, or according to golden rule, at least according to Fibonacci rule, according to premium and discount rule, it's expected the market retrace back to either 50%, which is 0.5, or 68, or 71, or 78 before it starts going down again. So this is just like how it works. But I'm still going to, when we go to the more advanced class, we are going to understand it better. But this is just where I'm going to just use this one now for just measurement of the rectangle that I plotted for our fair value gap. So you can just, the measurement is, if you just put from the top of your wick to the low, from the top of your wick to the low, it's going to give you your 50%. Already, TradingView, if you do your settings of your, if you do the settings of your, this thing, well, your rectangle tool, you can turn it, for you to be able to get your 50% without using Fibonacci. Just double click on your rectangle tool, then go to middle line. It's going to give you the 50%, which is half of the rectangle. So instead of you to be using Fibonacci, it will just give you automatically. When you turn it on, it's going to give you. So instead of all those stress that you are going to pass through, it will give you the exact 50%. So now it's expected that price, when the price is trending and a fair value gap is being created, it's expected that either the fair value gap gets filled up like this, or it just taps in to the 50%, then go downwards, continue going downwards. So this is a sign that shows that the market has respected the fair value gap. But if price comes back up after trending downwards, comes back up and takes out the whole thing and even goes and closes with the body, this is what we call inverted fair value gap. And inverted fair value gap has its own use as well. So, but I want you guys to keep that in mind. We don't usually use inverted fair value gap that much, but it also has its own use, and is also used for confluences of taking trades. So you guys shouldn't be too bothered about this. This is way more advanced. I'm just trying to like show you how it works. So let's go to the next topic, which is breaker block. A breaker block, as we all know, I spoke the last class, we spoke about other blocks, and I even briefed us just now about other blocks, which is similar to engulfing, bullish engulfing or bearish engulfing. And we said that when a bearish candle overpowers a bullish candle, that means it's called a bearish engulfing. And when a bearish candle is being overpowered by a bullish candle, it's called a bullish engulfing. And I also spoke about how to mark your bullish and bearish engulfing already. So I don't think that's a problem at all. So now, where breaker block comes in is that when you've marked out your zone, your bullish or bearish engulfing zone, which is like this, and you're expecting the market to come and just, after it has created like this, you're expecting the market to just come to either 50%, just like the fair value gap, either 50% or fill it up before going down. And the market does this, boom, the market just invalidates it and close with the body of the candle, not even the wick. So when the market comes and ignores this valid order block and just closes above with the body of the candle, this zone is what we call breaker block. This zone is what we call breaker block. When an order block is invalidated or is not respected, just like the fair value gap, when the fair value gap is not respected and is being closed with the body of the candle, not even the wick, with the body of the candle, full blown candle, when the market just come and wicks and takes out the zone without respecting it like this, then that means it's a inverse fair value gap or a breaker block. That's just the simplest example. So there are bullish breaker block, there are bearish breaker block. So I think we are done for the class of today. If there's any question, you guys can ask so that we can just because the goal of this class is just to just brush over these things so that when I post about it on the group, you guys won't be too confused about it. So I'm just trying to like clarify and do a crash course for the night before we get a proper time to do the class. So, and again, you guys can go to my channel. All these things are on my channel, to be very honest. So if you have any question, you can ask so that we can end the class for now. It's already 8. Can you guys hear me? Hello, can
Yes,
you
sir.
guys
For
hear
me,
me?
I don't have any question. For now, I don't have any
Okay.
question.
Okay. All right. All right. What about Miracle? It seems like Miracle is not close to the phone. All right. Regardless, this video is going to be saved. This video is going to be saved. So just in case you guys have any question, you guys can go through the video over and over again. You can also search on your YouTube. You can go to other materials as well, watch other videos, and watch them. You can go through any PDF you've seen any PDF online. And again, I've even sent a PDF that teaches you market structure as well. So you can, for those people that are good with learning stuff, well, like through PDFs, you can learn stuff through PDF. You can go through the PDF. It's going to be very helpful to help you a lot. So just go through the PDFs and read through. You are practically going to be seeing the same thing I've been talking about throughout these sessions. So if you guys have any questions, just do well to let me know on WhatsApp so that we can discuss about it and I'll clarify whatever questions you guys have. So thank you guys for sticking around. This video is definitely going to be available after this class. So don't worry guys.